All right, now we're back with the proper stream title. So, in just a few minutes, we should have International Master Wormpaca and Grandmaster penguingm1 versus gena217, otherwise known as GSVC, and Grandmaster Larso. And it would be first to 25. Hey, GMT time. So, what are your thoughts on this upcoming match? I know you may not be as familiar with these players as the previous ones, but do you have any predictions?
Yeah, it's tough to say. I think I would probably slightly favor the team of GSVC and Larso, especially if GSVC is playing against Penguin on the top port. I feel like GSVC's play style of just being very safe and solid in chess is probably going to bode really well against someone of Penguin's skill set. Because if I remember correctly, he's plays incredibly fast and tends to play pretty aggressive in Bughouse as well.
Yeah, I would anticipate the Penguin team is going to be uptime a lot, but may not be in as good of positions as Larso and Gena. We'll see. I mean, Larso and Gena are reasonably fast. It's hard to be Penguin fast.
Yeah, I think a lot of it will depend stylistically on how the teams play as well. Because if I'm Penguin and Wormpaca, I don't want to be attacking on the GSVC board unless I know that I have a crushing position.
I think my commentary is going to be more on point for this match, because on the GSVC board, when I highlight a free pawn, he's going to take it, like for sure, 100% certainty, because he is a pawn grabber, much like me.
Uh, I I have so many emotional scars from playing sets against GSVC and him ruthlessly just taking all of my pawns out of the opening. It's more tilting when he captures one of my pawns than if I just like hang my queen. It's the worst thing in the world. And then when you try to attack him and you think that you have a good position, he just always lives somehow.
Yeah, well, maybe he always lives versus you or versus me, but living versus Penguin may be another matter. We'll see how
That
it
is
goes.
fair. That is fair. Yeah.
And if we're assuming the teams will show up, it is scheduled to start any minute now. And both these teams have been pretty good about showing up when they said they would. So I would assume it'll start pretty soon. I wonder, is Penguin still streaming? Because Penguin was streaming earlier today. Maybe I'll check the chess category, see if he's... I don't think I'm following Penguin, because I only follow people who play the proper game of Bughouse.
Yes.
Is GSVC the best of the material grabbers? Are there higher rated people that play that style? I don't know the answer to that. He's pretty up there for sure.
Yeah, I feel like Chicken is very Jekyll and Hyde in that sense because he has his like sack sitting mode and he has his lunatic capture every single piece mode. And that version of Chicken is also quite high on the material grabbing scale.
And by the way, I should mention Wormpaka. He's a very aggressive player, but it's always funny listening to them. As I said, very often they'll play in a Discord call where all four players can hear each other. And Larso will like rub it in when he'll take a piece. I'm sorry, not Larso. Wormpaka will rub it in when he'll take a piece.
uh, We love confident trash talkers here.
And Gena likes to trash talk, but usually he's trash talking his partner and not his opponent, which is a different
Gena
dynamic.
has this weird brand of like respectful trash talk.
Yeah, no, very
Where he
respectful.
won't just cuss you out.
Gena is
Like
Gena is one of the funniest players out there. Like the signal to noise ratio, like everything out of Gena's mouth is going to be a joke. So you may go 10 minutes without him saying something, but when he talks, he's going to be joking about something. Here we go, off to the races. And looks like so far time is fairly even. We don't see the Penguin team pulling significantly ahead.
And all the clocks seem fair. I'm sorry. All the kings seem fairly safe as well. No one really has much initiative, though. That changed as I was
Unless
speaking.
Wormpaca sacks on F2, which very well might happen. Nope, he's gonna wait on that. Penguins king not feeling. Oh, here's the sack. I knew it was coming. Penguins king not super happy, but he does have a lot of pieces around there defending stuff. Oh, looks like he's giving up a knight.
Yeah, that was a bit poor. They probably should not have allowed bishop to come there. Yeah, this is gonna make Penguin's position a lot harder to play.
Based on this first game, I think we're gonna see a very different dynamic than the previous match. It seems like these players are trying to win pieces and play solid. It's not everyone attacks everyone all the time.
Which I think makes sense for the Larso and GSVC team. I think one of Penguin's strength is his.
Did you see that Penguin just hung a rook? Immediately GSBC takes it, and immediately the Penguin team resigns.
You cannot hang pieces against GSVC. He's gonna eat them all up.
Yeah, big splat. It probably would have been stronger before knight h5, but I think he was trying to hold material a little bit for his partner's benefit at the time.
Here we see a 4-second lead on time for Penguin and Wormpaca, but GSVC seems to have some initiative here.
Wormpaca has some initiative.
Larso felt left out, so he wanted to pretend like he had initiative. And Wormpaca content to just take all of the pieces and still have
I'm loving it. This is the kind of bug house I like to see. I see a few pieces left for Wormpaca to take. Let's get them all.
And here we really see the effect of the speed, because Wormpaca and Penguin can afford to sit and deprive Larso of any blocker. And this queen on a7 is going to be an extreme problem for Larso to deal with.
He's taking more pieces. I love it.
Literally just
I love it.
Chess. Yeah, Gena has a crushing position, and it will not matter. Yeah, I like the decision from Penguin and Wormpaca to sit this down as well. Like, Penguin can defend with something like Queen G6, but if the clocks go under 10 seconds, I think they win this game.
I just looked at the chat, and Crazy8 said Larso Gena looking good. I bet they will take this match probably. And I feel like we're looking at two different games.
Yeah,
All right, we're all tied up.
yeah,
Now, my,
very
my
nice use of
recommendation
strategic.
for Penguin or Wormpaca is that they do that every game. Just take all the pieces. By the way, that is also my recommendation for Gena and Larso. Good luck flagging Penguin. Yeah, that's an uphill battle.
Yeah, these players are playing a lot more solid than what we saw the last match.
I mean, it shows how interesting a game Bughouse is. Like, people can play it with many different styles, and it works. On this, well, never mind.
Larso getting some initiative on the dark squares now. Maybe we go like pawn at h7 here. Yep.
Yep.
And rook at h8. Or was that rook
Getting
even
his queen
placed? Or was it
involved.
moved?
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Larso has quite a good attack here. Knight takes h6 is the threat.
Yeah, and those knights are covering all of the squares near his king, so Wormpaca doesn't even have ideas of counterattacking here. Ooh. Nice defense from Larso, king h1, and
Yeah,
I
knight covers
don't see a
everything.
way in. So I think rook e1 is just to distract the queen from b7 so we can have a hope of defending.
Yeah, there's still no hope of defending now.
Yeah. Knight takes is not possible, of course, because of queen h2.
Oh, all of a sudden Penguin's getting pretty good attack here. In that he
Oh,
has
I missed.
checkmate.
Yeah, so yeah, rook e1 wasn't just to distract the queen; it was actually to force the queen for Penguin to
Yeah, no,
make his
it
board.
was like initially looking at it, I thought that Gena would need a knight, but it turns out that he had a great attack even without the knight. Has anyone got anywhere development in Bughouse Engine? So there have been a lot of Bughouse engines over the years, but generally they're like Crazy House engines in that they assume that pieces come from a magical wonderland and don't really pay attention to the position of the other board. Um, what we really need to see at some point is a Bughouse engine that simuls, like plays both boards, so has a full understanding of what is going on the other board and treats it like one big game rather than half a game. And that I haven't really seen yet.
Oh, Gina's picking up some material here.
I love to see it. Gena is he wants to take everything, and he should. Also trying to cover some weak squares, like this bishop move.
Which I think makes a lot of sense here. And
This is why bishops are so powerful. They can attack and defend at the same time. Very often, I see newer Bughouse players who think that knights are much better than bishops because you can't block a knight check, you can't interpose a piece, and there's a lot of tricky forks. But this is the power of bishops, attacking and defending at the same time.
yeah, Gonna make the decision not to take the queen with check there, and I think it's coming back to bite him now. His
I have
position's a
an
lot worse off.
incoming 10-minute challenge. Let's go ahead and block this person. Go ahead and decline. Go die in a fire.
Yep, and that's mate for... Oh wait, that's mate for Larsa. Wow, Penguin had mate there.
Yep. Our score, by the way, is 2-2. We're all tied up.
This is another one of those matches where either of these teams could have won any of the games so far.
Snake.
Yo, what's up, man?
Oh, who do we have joining us?
The one and only the Fuzz.
Hey, physician. How you doing?
Pretending to like I know what's going on these boards.
Join the club, man.
It's just impressive when you can be uptime versus Penguin. I would not have predicted this in a million years. Okay.
Oh, that was
Sneaky mate.
unceremonial. That just kind of happened.
Knight is
Yeah, it
good
was a
for
tough
Gena.
position to defend.
There's the knight.
But
Okay, I thought the d6 was a misclick or something, but I guess it's just new theory.
Most new theories starts as
Queen
misclicks.
A8 is such a GSVC move, but then it's followed by Penguin taking on C7. So Rook would be very nice for like Knight A6. But...
Oh, never.
Oh, I wasn't even looking at the other board.
I was looking at the other board. A4 plus chess. Yes, mouse slip theory. So our score is 3-3. All tied up again. And the previous match we covered ended up being extremely close at the end. This might follow a similar track.
No super OP teams in this championship.
It seems to be pretty competitive. So the team that's usually super super overpowered, of Grandmasters, Katask and Jeffrey Jiang were eliminated in the group stage because they weren't able to schedule their matches, and so forfeit wins were awarded to some of their opponents, and they were the two-time defending champions, so they might have cleaned house more if they'd still been left here. Had knight mates with that last knight. Can we really get it? Probably not. Yeah, so no one is particularly overpowered. Okay, that's gonna mate. Rook check.
Oh yeah, there's. But GSVC has mate, but it's not going to be in time. Is it? Wait a second. Does Wormpaca still have mate?
I don't think he does.
Wow. Gena and Larso steal that one. Yeah, I just assumed that Rick at H1 had to be mating, and maybe there was a mate that was missed.
Yeah, it intuitively looked maiden for me, but I think he did not play it precisely. Yeah, big spot. Still not win by 2. It's just the first to 25.
Is the final first to 50 or something?
The final's going to be first to 35. which is still going to be a significant amount of time. I mean, the
That's like
previous
2
match
hours
here
at least.
the previous match took an hour 45 minutes. So we'd anticipate this match to take about an hour 45 minutes. So probably best of 35 is going to be like 2.5 hours, something like that.
Yeah, that was a nice combination from Larso to pick up some material.
Yeah, if I'm Larso, I would think about sacking my queen if it's not defended. Just grab G2.
Yeah, that's what I've seen some like 93 to cover G2 and also hit the queen, but
I love it. Did you see Larso grabbing that piece?
I did, and I have to imagine it was to feed Gena, not because he wanted to take material instead of
I think it's
attacking.
because he saw a free piece. See a free piece, you take a free piece.
Unfortunately, I fear that you're right.
Just seeing these guys chain these moves together is pretty wild.
I think this is going to be a pretty easy win for Wormpaca. It looks like the queen is forced, so we could see rook at d8, queen takes, pawn takes, then pawn plus queen will mate. Pawn at c7, queen at d8.
So,
I think a rook is enough.
well, you need a diag as well, so I'm sure Gena's trying to find a way to give the queen without giving a diag.
He has a diagonal now.
Yeah, but now knight's also mating. Yeah. Oh, okay. There we go. Though.
Good try from Gena. Gena had mate in one situation. Oh, who won Chicken vs. Marvel? Marvel and Chewy won, just barely. It was 25.5 to 22.5.
Yeah, Marvel and Chewy continuing the tradition of insanely strong inims in Buckhouse.
Yep. So our score right now here is 4-4, all tied up.
Oh, bishop f4, that's nice. So the idea is on, if knight takes f4, then we're going to sack on f7. And that's what we have. Chuck, did you see him take the rook there?
I saw. I was pleased. I
To make sure you
approve.
saw him. Yeah, he took the rook and not the queen. So I just need to point that out.
Well, I think taking the rook is better in general. Like a lot of lower rated players, like they see a queen, they take a queen, but the Bughouse piece values are a little bit different. The queen is worth 2 pieces. Queen is 4. Rook, knight, and bishop are 2. So 2 pieces for a queen, even trade. And often it's better to just take the free piece than to trade than to trade and be up a piece in the process.
Yeah, I completely agree. Yeah, getting the rook for free is going to be better than getting queen for the night. And also, after taking on h8, you still have a bunch of activity. Larzo has decided to play king to e2. I was lagging
Well,
behind.
Gena has decided to take a whole bunch of free pieces. So I score 5-4. So my strong hope is that every one of these games ends with the greedier person winning the game. I'd play knight takes pawn here for sure.
Oh, bishop g5. What a boss. I'd be way too scared to play that.
Yeah, so Penguin's making on his partner holding knight, but there's this line from GSVC. Yeah, very strong.
Yeah, GSVC not one to miss many mates. If the king's in the middle of the board, probably going to find a way to mate it. So our score is 6-4. favoring Gena and Larso. Hey, Stephen Bully.
If we ever did get a good Bughouse engine and we let it play for like a couple 100,000 games, I wonder if it would decide, yeah, there's an optimal opening or something like that.
I'm not sure, but they did something similar for chess. I forget what the chess version was called. Maybe like Alpha Zero or something like that. And it did some unusual things that GMs normally wouldn't do. And based on that, it's changed the way some GMs play. They try to play more like the computer as a result. Lars still getting a bit of an attack. Rook mates for him. Well, maybe Rook doesn't mate, but Rook's pretty good for him. He's probably just going to defend, though.
Yeah, but how do you cover all of the squares?
I mean, you don't. Oh, okay. He's just creating a luft for his king. That's an interesting decision. What? So confused
Surely
by that.
Jenna's getting muted here. Sorgana does this to me every time, where he plays ridiculous moves like this, and then he just lives. But
he can run to c8, right? How do you stop that?
yeah, that's definitely his plan. So
Unless bishop g7 and takes out the rook to get the queen away from the center, so it can't guard or like that.
I think he's
I
just
guess
going
it's
to get
also
a queen for his partner.
Yeah.
This black queen is going
Does
to be
partner
helpful.
even need the queen?
He doesn't need a queen, but he wants a queen. Did you see Penguin shamelessly take those 2 pawns?
It was pretty gross, but I think it was really really cool to see.
If anyone can get away doing something like that, it's Penguin, because Guinness is never gonna have time to sit for material to punish Penguin for taking these pieces. Alright, Guinness going full sack sit. Penguin's king looks really safe here.
Yeah, unless Gena gets a rook.
Gina is not getting a rook.
I wouldn't think so. No.
Alright, Penguin's king looking moderately less safe, but he should still be fine. Oh, bishop takes c7. Wow, Gina and Lars are up 6 seconds. He can actually sit here, but what does he want? Now diag at d7 followed by knight at e8 is going to be really dangerous.
Yep.
Oh god, can he live this?
No.
Oh yeah,
No, he cannot.
Mate1. It's like that was pawn at e2 was like, I don't care, do your worst, and he did his worst.
Yeah, I think Penguin had to play for like a knight check on like h whatever there. His only chance was to get initiative. There was no defending that, but he didn't have a knight in hand.
Yeah, this is a nice position for Penguin here. It's very solid and very easy to chess.
Yep. I'm not so sure about that move.
Knight c5. Wow.
Knight c5
Wow.
is
Oh
such
my
a chess
god.
move. I cannot believe what's
Is he
happening.
gonna sit for a pawn too? Just because? No.
They do know you win by like checkmating the king, right?
I think
I
they're still
mean,
working
I
that
would
out.
argue if you take all the pieces, you're gonna win anyway.
You can also win by just making your opponent so depressed that they resign, right?
Yes. Yes, you can.
What is happening on Wormpaca's board here? So knight is mating for Wormpaca, and Gena is never giving up that knight. Yeah, queen. All the heavies in the world don't do anything for Wormpaca, and yeah, there's just no way to force this knight with the material that it has.
Hmm.
Can he get away with taking on
Yeah,
G4 or does he explode? Oh.
Yeah, I like this idea of not testing it, but yeah, I like that play from Larso too, just getting king safety here. But they're gonna run into issues on the clock because again is sitting for material and this is tough. He's got to just start making chess moves, but it's so tough
He has a
against
lost
Penguin.
chess position though. Just a few pawns on the 7th, and he's done.
Yeah, no shot here.
I don't think Penguin played the most precise moves. Like, he surely had mates, but I guess he was just going for flag.
Yeah, he was
I
just
think
spamming moves for sure.
So I see in the chat, Wormpaca says 30 seconds. Penguin says water, which in a normal situation you would interpret as them asking for a 30-second break to get water. But given that this is Penguin and Wormpaca, they may be suggesting that they switch from a 2-minute time control to a 30-second time control. It's another possible interpretation.
That could be interesting to watch.
it would not be interesting to watch. Wormpaca and Penguin would demolish them.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Score update. We're at 7-6 with Gena and Larso winning. Yeah, big splat, exactly. Alpha Zero never starts with E4.
What does it play usually? D4?
I don't know off the top of my head. I read an article like a year or two ago about it, and then I forgot about it because number one, chess, it's really boring. Number two, open ends are really boring. Well, when I say forgot, I mean I read the article. I might have fell asleep halfway through the article because chess is really boring. Okay, here we go. Back
But
in the
the
match.
30-second water break was actually 30 seconds. I think that's the biggest upset of the match so far. We have Guinness sack sitting. I don't know if I like this against Penguin.
That's a really bad idea.
I will say though, Guinness sack sits tend to be resourceful even without pieces.
This could result in a queen trade, by the way. Queen takes e6, knight d5. It'd be a funny way to trade the queens.
We could also go knight d5 right away, but okay, he wants. Oh, I like this actually.
Yeah, this is a good
Oh wow,
continuation.
that's kind of gross.
It's just. Oh, I thought he could rinse and repeat. Yeah.
Yeah, but so on.
Why not
If he
just
takes a
take
rook,
the
we're
rook
taking with
and throw a
knight.
bishop in?
Oh, with king. Interesting.
Can you take that? This queen takes bishop? Maybe not.
Yeah, I
I
don't want to
mean,
play any moves that require me to sit for pieces, but
yeah, that's
it's
a good point.
again, he kind of has to sit for pieces because any move he plays is going to be dropping stuff.
And he does play it. Okay.
Yep, I think Penguin's happy with what's happened here because Guinness again in a position that's really dependent on material, and they're not going to
Yeah.
have the time to wait for it. Yeah, even in a position as hard as this, I think Gina has to just keep making moves because I'm pretty sure any time scramble they get in, they're just going to be favored to lose. Yeah, like here, Gina's cleaned up his position a lot, and I think I actually like it better than Black's, but it's not going to matter because time
Yeah.
will be the factor. But Wormpaca is very low on time.
Gena is actually ahead on time.
They're gonna win the time
Wow.
scramble. Wow.
Winning a time scramble versus the Penguin team is very impressive. Our score now
And that
8
time
to
scramble was
6.
even like 15 seconds in. They just moved quickly.
Yeah,
I think a lot.
apparently the word just in. A way to win on time is to move quickly. Expert commentary
At
by
times there was a
Scares
lack of
Nicks.
urgency
Alright, I'm getting another 10-minute challenge. Let's go over here and block this person. Let's go ahead and decline. Go Dynafire.
If you'd like some more insight from me, checkmating your opponent will also win the game. Yeah.
Very good point.
It never seems to work for me though. I don't know why.
It's because you're playing Clean House, where checkmating your opponent will lose the game.
That's probably it. Next thing we know, we're going to be designing a clean house engine.
That's an engine I could get behind.
Penguin's King is so safe here.
Yeah, Penguin's King, very safe. Gena's King, not so much.
Wormpaca also has a really safe king. I think this is going to be a win for their team. Queen takes h6. I mean, you have to take this, but he's almost certainly getting mated here.
Yep. Did you see Wormpaca grab a pawn there?
I'm very upset that he played Rook takes a2.
So, oh yeah, it's mate in one. Damn. The best strat for the
This is
random
the
pool is
same
just to team
opening
up
they
with
played
T-Time.
before, right? Oh, well, I guess they're varying now.
Yeah, no, we've seen this from Gina and Penguin every game. And ever since that early loss after he played C takes c6, he's been capturing with the queen in each game.
But I think I interrupted Physician. What were you saying, Physician?
Oh, I was just saying the only way to win in the random pool is to partner GMT time.
Good
Then
strategy.
you'll have a good time no matter what happens. Verified
Facts.
technique. Oh, wait, wasn't that mate in one? Knight at h2?
Yes. Yes, it was.
I was like, surely he's not going to go to f1 and fall for that.
And Shui pointed out in the chat here.
The key.
Like,
If they lose by like one game, Penguin may have regrets.
Yeah, so what are they sitting for here? Might be sitting to keep Larso safe. Bishop takes a6
Bishop
here.
takes. Let's go. Let's
Yeah.
go. Let's
Yeah,
bro.
That's
this
a
is
crusher
a
move.
problem. Yeah, because now you need blocker. You need blocker without knight coming. This is just over.
And even pawn in is pretty
Okay.
good. Pawn at a7. Well, no, actually, then there's rook takes queen, so I'm wrong about that. Gotta do this first, then pawn at a7. Oh, nice mate.
Oh, beautiful.
And that game should have gone the other way, clearly. So now our score is 9-7, favoring Gena and Larso. This looks quite good for Larso. Assume we sack here. Oh, he's
Ooh.
taking the
Yeah,
I see
Penguin
free
also has
rook.
a really
Is
strong-
it free rook? Free rook? He didn't take the free rook.
Yeah, I no longer care about the result of this game. I just need Larzo to never take this rook.
He took the rook.
Larzo.
I crushed your heart now.
He just really failed me when I needed him most. So Gena's gonna pretend to attack Penguin now. And I
Don't
think
see
he's done
how he can
pretending.
attack Penguin. It's so safe.
Well, that's why we're playing pretend. Did you see him play Rook F1? That looked like it did something. Upper Wasn't says pawn at F3 is worth a try. It's definitely tricky. If queen takes, it would be knight d2, and if bishop takes, then we take the queen with check.
Oh,
That's a good try.
but he's down a lot of time.
Now pawn at g2 could be a thing. Or we just take the queen. Take the queen first. But
The
he only
issue
has
is
one
he's-
diagonal, so that's the main problem here.
Yeah, and at the end of all this, I don't see how you're defending the mate threats.
I don't think you are. That's an attacking king right there.
That seems like that should have ended already.
They're down on top. Imagine if they were up here, but yeah, no, everything. Yeah, so we'll see like pawn at g2, rook takes g5, and white should be mating, but really valiant effort from Gena's king here. Do I have any tricks on the other board? No. We can go like rook at c8, but the problem is rook at c8, we're still not mating, even if they go rook takes.
Oh, we have a 15-10 unrated match coming in. Let's go ahead and
Ooh.
block that person.
Come
Go
on,
ahead
at least
and
it wasn't 10
decline.
minutes.
Die in a fire.
How many people have you thrown into the fire in since the stream started?
I think
Quite a few.
maybe 10, something like that. Bishop at c8 was a good try. The idea was if... Well, never mind.
I was really shoring up that king side, but Gena's just not giving it up.
Looking pretty good for Larso.
Of course, Gena took this pawn on b4. Again, I'm employing the clean house strats of just winning all of the pieces.
Jesus.
Oh, pawn at g7. That's
That's
the type
gross.
of move that makes
Gotta
you
watch out for
your
draw,
life
though.
decision. So we have like knight g7 and then knight takes f7, but he's probably looking for better here.
Yep.
Although that looks really good. Like knight g7, knight takes f7, and then
It
you're
does.
threatening queen takes e6. And if they take your knight, then our queen is now hitting the queen on
Gotta
d8.
watch out about what you feed to Wormpaca, though. Wormpaca is, I'm a little surprised he didn't just like, or no, I guess that mates him, so he couldn't do that. Yeah, Wormpaca has a very good position. Now a knight mates for Wormpaca. Wormpaca is slightly up time. We could see a simultaneous mate with bishop takes g7.
So it's just knight makes and queen also mates. So the good news is
What the hell?
oh, okay, he's just doing this so that he can play bishop takes g7. And Gena can't even go for checks with queen takes c6 because yeah, as Wormpaca, I'm just gonna go like queen c8 now. Okay, this to be fair, they can just wait for the piece to mate.
Yeah. Our score right now is 9-9, all tied up.
At no point has the difference been more than 2 points.
Yeah, we got some sack sitting going on this game, but I think
They
so
should
far
be ashamed of themselves.
They're
the
not.
Saxons tended to favor Penguin here just because they usually have time and they can control the flow of pieces.
Definitely.
Yeah, now
This is looking quite
Gena
good for
needs to have-
Larso. I see a free pawn. Oh, he found it.
Thank goodness for that.
Yeah, Larso just has mate here.
Yep. Score 10-9, favoring Gena and Larso. I should point out that at the very beginning of the tournament, when we had not seeded the groups yet, and we'd seen who had qualified, Gena and Larso were the early favorites to be the team that lost to Katask and Jeffrey X in the finals. So something's going on with someone's sound there.
Hopefully that's on me. But yeah, I probably would have favored Plotkin and J-Kid.
Yeah, the Plotkin team also was up there, but Larso Gena, a strong team as well.
Yeah, especially if Larso has been more active recently, he's likely be in good form. Sparing out here. So in this position, Penguin has all of the pieces.
I do see in the chat that Bughouse Knight is pointing out free pawns. I like that. Maybe try to get him in the commentary booth for a future event here.
I'm gonna need all of us to stop encouraging Chuck to be a greedy whore. I think that he's greedy enough. He does not need more encouragement to be more greedy. Yeah, Larso has problems. Okay, all right, time to pretend we're attacking.
It's a good dream.
Right. Yeah, I like queen at h1 followed by bishop at e4 here because I get 2 checks guaranteed, and that makes me feel good.
I think he's waiting for a knight, maybe. Knight
He
e2.
can more convincingly pretend with a knight.
I think he's waiting for the game to end. Is what's happening.
Okay, another bathroom break. This time by Wormpaca. Our score right now is 10-10, all tied up. Papa Pizza put in pawn at b6. It lived for one move. That's a good point.
I mean, Penguin can always force heavy with rook at g1, but realistically, they don't even have to do that. They will just take on b6 and then mate too soon afterwards. Oh, Todd pointing out queen b8, knight c7. Oh, that's pretty. So we couldn't even pretend to live with pawn b6.
Yep. But bishop at b6, on the other hand.
Well, I'd
We
like you
could
to know
pretend.
that pawn b6 would have lived for a move against me because I did not see queen b8 at all.
Well, I would have lived for a move against you because it takes 2 moves to mate rather than 1.
Oh, that is true.
Early queen trade on the larso board. And Gena uses that queen to win a pawn. I like the way he's thinking.
That's value right there.
Penguin seems to have an awful lot of pieces in his hand. Anyone notice that?
He does have a lot of pieces. Yeah, I think knight c7 makes a ton of sense here.
Yep.
And has a lot of coverage on the dark squares. He's doing fine.
I like this knight move as well. It's going to tempo the queen. Eventually probably like bishop at e5, something like that.
Yeah, also nice to keep more coverage on the e3 square because that's the only way Gena would ever be getting in.
Oh, we have another 10-minute challenge. We go ahead and block that person. And we're going to go ahead and decline the challenge. Go dine a fire.
Did we not have mate with queen at g8? Like queen at g8, knight g6, I think was mating for Penguin, unless I'm missing something.
Looks like Gena's defense is to attack. Okay. Our score now 11-10, favoring Penguin Wormpaca. HamGamG says Bughouse does teach you to value squares, finding good squares to put your pieces on. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, tactics very important in Bughouse, but when you get to the point where people see the tactics, the big difference maker between a 2200 and a 2000 and a 2200 and a 2400 is who finds better pieces, the better squares to put their pieces on. Gena has a nice attack.
And their uptime as well.
I think Gena wants maybe a knight here.
Yeah, someone would want to go like bishop e6 followed by knight at g6. But I guess that's not what he wants.
He wants fancy discovered attacks.
Okay. And Gena opting to keep a solid position with the bishop remaining on h3.
Ooh, even a pawn is good for him now. Pawn for g5. He may just have to bring the bishop out to have the rook cover his back. Well, he's up time, so he could wait for pawn. If he were down time, bishop to e3 might be good.
Yeah, I think taking time to calculate here makes sense as Gena, because you really want
Yeah,
to be
2
accurate
pawns
in
mates. There's one. 1 pawn mates.
Yeah, and with 4 seconds, this is just over.
Great attack by Gena. 11 all. MKMG says Gena down by a year. I guess that was not the last game, it was the one before. So Gena up time. What do we think he's waiting for? A bishop maybe for h3?
Yeah, I've been desperately trying to figure out what it is he wants here, but yep.
Yeah, I
It
mean,
was the bishop first.
I would just look to cut off this rook because the rook looks scared. Oh, he's leaving the rook. He's letting the rook come in his face. I don't know about that one.
And Penguin has consistently moved his king to get out of checks in order to keep more active pieces.
I mean, look how many pieces Penguin has in his hands. If GSVC ever stops checking, it is going to be bad news.
We have queen takes d4 here, but yeah, the issue is that you only have 2 pawns, and it's really hard for Larso to feed material here.
The knight takes rook for sure. Not only is it a free rook, but you want that rook to move away. But, you know, obviously, most importantly, it's a free rook. I would play queen takes knight here to...
Yeah, and he's safe.
Jesus, that is an arsenal of pieces. Oh, he didn't check.
Don't know that knight move. I thought knight at c1 made more sense there, but promote to knight. This is looking quite good for Gena now.
Yeah, he certainly reduced the material deficit.
Yeah, and they're up on time. Up on time, really difficult time scramble to play for Penguin. Yeah, this is just over.
Damn.
Yeah, great job. Our score now 12-11, favoring Gena and Larso.
Bishop d3, bishop d6.
Yeah, I was going to say, I was very confused.
These are not good moves. Don't try that at home, folks.
Yeah, g6 I like here.
The GSVC is at least making use of his bishop. Oh, I liked pawn at h2 a little bit more. Because then if king moves away, you could have just thrown the queen in and forced a trade.
And we have mate here.
Oh, he has a queen as well.
Yes,
that was a nice combo.
Nice mate for Penguin. So 12 all again. Bughouse Knight is calling that a novelty. Larso losing some pieces here.
Is Wormpaca waiting for Diags?
I'm not sure what he's waiting for. We'll just take the knight. Yeah. This looks quite good for Wormpaca.
I don't know. Larso seems okay.
Gena has had better positions before.
Gena's having a bad time. Knight h5? I don't know what else he can do.
Yeah, that's only move here, but everything's bad.
He could, if he gets another knight, he can go for draw.
Or bishop at h8. Well, I guess he's gonna be sad no matter what happens.
Again, looking for the resign button right now, and he finds it
He's
nicely.
found the resign button. Yeah, it's first to 25. And we're at 13-12. Favoring Penguin Wormpaca. About halfway through the match here. And this is about the hour mark.
Yeah, it's been incredibly close. Only a single instance of, I think, like the 2-point lead. And then after
Queen
that, it's
takes
just
pawn is the thing
been
here.
1-1-1.
Oh, maybe it doesn't work as a bishop check. My bad.
Again, I get in on some action. But is it enough? Oh, I say he's got a sack on E? No? Too much of a man to do that.
No, they're up a ton of time and they're winning on both boards. Yeah, I love the decision to continue moving here from GSVC.
Yep, I agree.
Even though you could justify sitting for some trades, but yeah, they're just winning on both boards and racking up more and more material.
Now I would sit for a bishop.
Yeah,
Oh,
we can just
no,
force
he's not going to do that. Okay. I like this rook move too.
Yeah, now diag mates for...
And he just gets his queen in.
Oh, he just has mate already. Nice.
Oh. Wormpaca? Is this like his third bathroom break?
He must be sipping the monster drinks.
Can someone,
every
can we
game.
get an arbiter to check that bathroom for a cell phone or something? A lot of bathroom breaks this particular tournament.
Wormpaca invented the first ever Bughouse engine and is choosing it in between matches.
So I score 13 all.
Yeah, which team do you think is performing better so far?
I mean, I think the score says that all tied up. So I think they're both doing a good job. The biggest surprise that I've seen is that Larso and Gena have been able to keep up on time a lot of these games. And I mean, really, they have to, because if they get too far behind on time, it can just be over. But I thought they would have a harder time of it than they have. Bremer in the chat thinks Larso Gena are doing better.
Yeah, I think I
would have said the same. If only by a hair.
Yeah, obviously these teams are incredibly close in terms of how they're playing. I think Gina and Larsa's wins have been a bit more sustainable and a bit more dominant in terms of good positions. And I think a lot of the games that Penguin and Wormpaca have won have come from like ill-advised sack sits or ill-advised attacks from their opponents. But
yeah, no, I'm
like,
definitely a Gena fan because he's taken a lot of pawns and a lot of pieces. That's what I like to see.
Penguin's been really greedy as well, though.
Penguin has been pretty greedy. That's true.
Yeah, they're also secretly competing for the Chuck Moulton scholarship.
Yes.
Nice symmetry.
Yeah,
Yep.
open G file, doubled F pawns. But it does look a bit better for Larso just because we had the bishop on D3.
He's gonna activate his rook.
Rook
What a
to
man.
G1. King H2, really nice to cover the H pawn and also open up, vacate the G1 square for our rook.
Penguin does seem to have a pretty safe king though, and Penguin's attacking. So on the Penguin board, seems to be a clear winner.
Yeah, that's almost certainly going to decide this game. 'Cause I'm not even seeing a good way for Gena to sack material to get safe, but is he safe now? How did this happen? GSVC is a wizard.
He is a
I
wizard.
don't understand how. I think that he's like dying, and then out of nowhere, he's like, "Oh, actually, everything's covered, and you have literally nothing here."
We go see Queen
Yeah,
sack.
I think this is going to be really problematic because Wormpaca has a difficult position to play and was really counting on Penguin to convert into some sort of attack there.
All of a sudden, Gena's attacking. How did that happen? He does have
Gena's
a queen
attacking
in
and-
prey, but
How does Gena have the safest king on the board?
it's ridiculous.
I think Wormpaka's about to feel some pain.
PKR in the chat. I don't see how GSVC gets safe. Also, Snake. GSVC is safe now.
Yes, it's infuriating. I'm not crazy. You guys saw that position, right? Penguin had like 5 million pieces pressuring GSVC's king, and then just magically, he's perfectly fine.
But Queen G, what the heck? I guess they're
Just got scrambles going on here.
Oh, okay. I was I was gonna say like they're making some really weird moves.
Yeah,
Like
questionable
it's
moves
like
happened over the time scramble, but that was a win for the faster team. So our score now 14-13, favoring Penguin Wormpaca.
That game was an adventure. Okay, we have some good old-fashioned sack sitting here. Yeah, I don't love sack sitting into GSVC. Like, Penguin and GSVC might be at the top of the list of players I don't want to sack sit against.
Larso getting his queen involved.
Whoa.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that's mate. Useful queen for Larso. 14 all. Matches are so close.
Sack on F7. Let's go.
No, I think it's bait here. Yeah, good decision not to. You know, Gena was begging Penguin to sack on F7.
On the other hand, sack on F2 might be a thing. Here it comes.
He's a man eater.
Oh,
Party's on. How much of a
Indeed.
party is it gonna be?
Yes, you want a knight here. Let's see.
there's bishop takes bishop.
Might mate.
Yeah, he's down time,
Oh, he's
but-
down.
You can just go bishop takes bishop though, and his position is crushing. Yeah, now you just take all the pieces.
Yep.
Let's see what's happening on the other board. I guess. Oh, he didn't go for that line because Wormpaca also wanted knight.
Oh, that's mate
Wow.
for
The rook
Wormpaca.
comes. Yeah, so they're gonna be able to, I don't know what happened there with the coordination, but the rook came on Larso's turn.
Yeah. That was awkward. So another rook would be good for Gena.
Yeah, so
Oh,
rook
he's
is
in that.
mating.
Okay.
This goes. Yeah, but I don't think
now-
Gena has an attack now.
Yeah, now Gena needs material. If he doesn't have material, it's looking bad for him.
Penguin once again has 10 million pieces.
Yeah, but we're just never covering G6 here, which
Knight
means
at
we're
C1 could be a thing. Pawn check to deflect the bishop. Okay. Now he's at least not completely mated.
what happened? Oh my
Whoa,
gosh, Wormpaca got checkmate with 0.4 seconds.
Wow. Okay. So our score now 15-14, favoring Penguin Wormpaca.
Yeah, Larso and Gena are holding their own in these time scrambles.
Yep.
Pawn at G6.
That's cute. Yeah, I think I agree with the decision to give up the queen there.
Yep.
Oh, Queen G6.
Nice.
Oh, that's nice. Oh, can he?
Yeah,
Oh, he's dead, right?
and then
Oh, he
Yeah.
had mate with pawn H7.
He
Yeah.
still has mate.
probably still has to, but yeah, at H7 was definitely cleaner. But
He thought, wait, can I let him know? No? Okay, I'll try something else.
What?
oh yeah, so whenever you have checkmate, sometimes you have to let your opponent know by prolonging it as long as possible and
I
not
see.
playing checkmate.
Makes sense. I approve. So our score is 15 all. And it's first to 25. Potentially 20 games left.
The winner is whoever gets white. Like, it seems like I've noticed a pattern where like Gena like wins with white a lot but loses a lot with black. Like it was almost like a seesaw for a while. But then there were some changes here and there. Now we'll see who can swing back. See Penguin and Gena just playing chess for like 20 moves.
Yep.
What? What? Oh, he didn't take on A2. Boo. He's not going to get the scholarship now.
Disqualified.
Surely queen takes A2 would have been psychotic.
Okay, so a rook mates for Gena, but he's not going to get it.
He even would just love a diag to pawn H. So yeah, he goes knight H3, which
Yeah, now a
like.
pawn for E2 would be quite good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, okay. The Penguin had a blocker. Class difference from Penguin there.
Oh, wow, that's spicy. He saw a free pawn, and he took a free pawn. I like it.
Ooh. Yeah, I think he had to just because we're scared of knight g6 falling
Queen
up.
takes rook.
Yeah, queen takes rook look very strong. Whoa.
That's bold. Actually, rook or knight. Oh, he's
Yep.
up time. Just wait.
Yeah, just wait for it.
Does
For
knight
sure.
work?
Looks pretty good.
Oh, he can
Promote
just do
tonight.
that. Yeah.
Pawn check. Pawn check. Bob's your uncle.
Oh.
Oh, that
Is
seemed
Bob
not
your
so
uncle?
good.
No,
I don't like
think
this
Bob
bishop
might be your
move.
cousin.
Yeah, he's got with the rook.
But Bob is your
Okay.
uncle. Okay.
Holy crap! I bet Penguin wishes he took that rook with his queen. He didn't, and then suddenly things happened, and then he died.
So 16-15, favoring Gena Larso.
Push e6. What a boss.
Hey, Planet Chess Club. Thanks for watching. Hope you're doing well.
We're playing a very polite game of chess.
Yes. Penguin getting a lot of pieces on the board, chasing the queen around.
Penguin just played pawn 2 h5, queen g4, and then placed a pawn on the square where it previously was. Oh.
You can't even.
Oh, rook takes
You can't
f3.
even.
Yep.
Yeah, you have to take with. I mean, you can't take it at all because something's going to land on g6. It's a miscalculation by Penguin.
Yeah. I think he was banking on pawn at g6, king h8, but yeah, the issue is queen at g6, and then we're.
Oh, he has
mating.
he has a second queen. Oh dear.
I think even without the two queens, he's probably mating, but Larso has mate.
Yep.
And we have a 2-point lead for the first time in like 15 games.
Indeed. Thank you, Planet Chess Club.
Penguin refuses to defend the f2 square.
I mean, I don't think a queen's going to come anyway.
Oh. He sacks it right
Okay,
back.
I guess I'm wrong about that. Queen did come.
Like a gentleman.
But it came after it was covered and
yeah.
Yep, very accurate from Penguin here.
Great move.
All right, we'll see if Gena can work some magic, but he's gonna need a lot of pieces.
He's gonna need a lot of mana to pull out this spell. Like all the mana in the world.
Yes, we'll also need Penguin and Wormpaca to forget that they're up 10 seconds.
I don't think they're going to forget.
Well.
Okay, 17-16, favoring Larso and Gena. His first to 25.
Well, some of these moves these guys are pulling out are pretty interesting. But surely Bishop H6.
You would
Yeah,
think.
I think.
Oh no, Queen takes F6 was I guess his concern.
Yeah.
Pawn at? Oh, there's a bishop on A3. What the hell?
Too many
Where
sneaky
we
bishops.
Rigged.
Well, it was Bishop H6 all along.
Is that a Scooby-Doo reference?
No, I don't know any pop culture.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even from Earth, so I wouldn't know.
So let's pretend it was a Scooby-Doo reference because that makes me sound cool.
A draw may be incoming here. Oh, maybe not. Don't think that was the right place to move the knight.
Oh, he's probably feeding his partner, is his idea. Because
Maybe. Partners does seem to have a pretty good
Oh,
position.
that's a nice check.
Oh, that's fun.
I think Penguin was like, yeah, I'm not dealing with this
Yeah,
right
pretty
now.
crushing. Our score 18-16, favoring Gena and Larso. So the last game, was the Penguin team up a bunch of time? As it seemed like Larso team was crushing on position, but I felt like they were down 10 seconds, but maybe I misread the clock.
Oh, I didn't even see the clock, but I'm inclined to believe that you're correct and they were down a bunch of time.
But would it have mattered? I mean, Penguin's
I
position
mean,
was so
I think they
bad
were
that
just
I
losing
don't
on
think it
both
mattered.
boards, so I guess it didn't matter.
King H5. Let's go, Wormpaca. Oh, he took that.
All right, if
This man's insane.
Wormpaca survives, this king is a hero.
Oh. Yeah, Wormpaca is definitely the people's champion in this game.
So when you're trying to figure out why they're sit-in, like sometimes they're sit-in for peace, sometimes they're sit-in to help their partner defend. I think Larso is just sitting because he's offended that Wormpaca has not resigned yet.
Like, how are you not dead with your king over there? It's outrageous.
Yeah, Larzo is waiting for his written apology from Wormpaca.
Deserved.
But I think all he's gonna get is a dick pic.
This is a family-friendly channel, I'll have you know.
Is that why Snakes is here?
I'm so
he was not properly vetted. That's true. What
Hey,
did he
I
just
have
drop a
family
pawn on
and
e2?
friends.
Like this was the attack. He dropped a pawn on e2. Very strange.
Yes, go king. Take that knight.
That king is still alive.
We're so safe here. Okay, no knight or rook.
I see a free knight on the board.
Oh, bishop f6 is problematic. Oh,
I like how Larso is grabbing all the free pieces.
I think he ran out of tricks. But hey, he survived out there for a long time.
19-16 for Gena Larso, starting to pull away a bit.
Oh, 3-point lead, first time. This is very much feeling like a repeat of the previous match.
Yep.
It's like it's one of those positions where, man, Larso wishes he could put a pawn on f8.
They're in an endgame, guys. An endgame on the Penguin board.
Wait. Oh. Yeah.
Oh,
Mate for Gena. The 4-point lead. 20-16, favoring Larso and Gena.
Wait, so they went into the endgame within what, 5 seconds or something?
Yeah, I'm not even sure what the adjustment should be here from Penguin and Wormpaca.
My suggestion is they start winning games.
Oh, that's a bad time. Is Penguin already dead?
I mean, it looks that way. Yeah. I guess a knight is pretty crushing for Gena. Even without a knight. Let's
I
see,
mean, they
what could he
should
do
that
here?
queen is
Maybe rook at g4?
uh
I
okay,
do
yeah,
see
he
rook
goes
at
first.
g4.
Oh, at h3, very nice. Yeah, because queen is coming from Wormpaca's board, and
Only
Penguin's
pawns
not
in
going
his
to be able
hand. Oh, okay.
Draw?
Well, now he has a queen to play with. He could put a queen at h3.
Oh my goodness, they're just on a roll. Which supports our earlier theory that the Larso Gena team were just more consistently solid.
They're saying in chat, every new account is a lagger dupe until they prove otherwise. That seems fair.
Oh my
All right,
goodness.
so Penguin's sitting here. Oh, they should not have moved.
Oh.
that.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that was sad. It was
Yeah,
like
they're
6
going to be
seconds on the
taking.
clock.
They're just rolling over them now. 22-16. Favoring Larso and Gena. It's first to 25.
Yeah, that
But
seemed
by
like
the
clear
way,
lack of
chess.com is doing some weird stuff because the games keep starting for me like 5 moves in. I mean, maybe they've just agreed to an opening position. I'm not sure.
Oh god, and Penguin already feeling some pain.
Wormpaca has decent position too.
Yeah, the issue though
No,
is Penguin won't be able to feed him
Larso
anything.
is too safe.
Yeah, if I were Penguin and Wormpaca, I would definitely be looking to take some sort of break. Maybe the mythical third bathroom break, but I definitely want to recenter and refocus because the
That would
last
be a
few matches.
fourth bathroom break.
Oh, the fourth bathroom break. Yeah, regardless, after this game, I definitely don't want to instantly rematch. I think, yeah, like partially for the mental, but also to just maybe discuss. I don't even know strategically what you do differently. Like,
I'm not sure. We're in pocket, it's attacking. Knight h4. Okay.
Ugh.
This looks pretty decent for
Looks-
Wormpaca. I think
Yeah,
they're gonna
but
get a win here.
Penguin looks
Whoa,
moderately dead.
what? I would definitely have kept check there.
he has 5 seconds to chess. Yeah, Larso doesn't have any king moves to discover attacks.
Yeah.
So do we play knight e2 and try to run with our king? Runs this way. Yeah, and I think Larso's safe.
Oh.
I think so.
Wait.
But this is going to be another win for them.
Yeah, I think promoting the queen was a huge blunder there.
Oof.
That should have been their game. All right, 23-16, favoring Larso and Gena. And it is first to 25, so okay, knight now really good for Gena. Not waiting for it.
Yeah, opening change from Penguin. He goes back to taking on d6 with pawn.
He does have the knight now, though. I see a free rook on the board. Do you guys see the free rook?
I do not. There's no such thing.
Oh, he wants the free queen instead. I think the free rook was better than the free queen, honestly.
He's
Yeah,
already
Take my-
dead to one knight or one rook. Maybe not the knight.
Bishop at a5, I think, is the move. don't like this as much.
Oh,
Do you want a
gross.
square for a knight?
Yeah, rook d1 was really
Yeah,
nice.
queen. Yeah, that's. Whoa,
Oh,
what?
that's
That's.
full.
Yeah, but he did that one move too late. He could have played rook d8 the move before, I
Yeah,
think.
to let his opponent know.
Ooh.
So
I have a feeling they're basically
24-16.
toast.
This is match point for Larso and Gena.
Yeah, I can't imagine
There's no
Penguin
way.
and Wormpaca win
We
9
have
in a
seen
row.
huge comebacks.
I mean, they've struggled to win like
Not
2
so
games
much
in a
in the
row.
semifinals, but in other matches we've seen huge comebacks.
Looks like Penguin is just going all in here. He's like, I don't care about
Well,
my
a
king.
rook mates for Gena, so Wormpaca has to hold a rook for a long,
Yeah,
long
and this
time.
is really tough to defend because we can't take with any of the
On
pieces
the
we
other
want to take
hand,
with.
a rook mates for Penguin. But I don't think Larsa's rooks are in any danger. Unless he sticks a new one on the board. Larsa just up so much time. I think he just waits
Yeah,
at
rook
this
at
point.
a6. Okay, so as Penguin, we're definitely going to have to take on e8 and then cover h2. But even down 9 seconds, I do think that sitting it and making the game shorter rather than longer is the play here. Yeah, they go. This seems early to me because surely your position's just dead lost on both boards now.
Oh, mate in 1. Yeah.
That is GG's.
Wow, that was a nice steamroll at the end by the winning team.
That definitely was not expected from how the first half of this match went.
Yeah, not expected at all. So final score 25. What was that, 16? Wow.
Yeah, 25-16. I don't know. I kind of felt like the Gena and Larso just like tipped the balance just slightly in their favor, and that was enough to just get a streak going.
Yeah, it definitely started snowballing. And like the last several games, it did look like they were outclassing them, but the first ones, like it wasn't even just that the match score was so close. Like every single game felt like either team really could have won. And towards the end, like almost all of those games, Gena and Larso were just crushing from start to finish.
Yeah, there was some adaptation somehow where maybe an opening was cracked or something like that. I mean, it just started, or coordination was better. It just went all in one direction. Um, yeah, it's the other interesting thing here is, for two two BWCs in a row, we had a win by an all GM team of Katask and Jeffrey X, and now we have another all GM team in the final of Larso and Gena. So we may see another GM team win it again.
Yeah, that finals is going to be incredibly fun
And
to
by
watch.
the way, these are teams that are not new to each other. So there've been a lot of like Saturday bug sessions where Larso and Gena play against Marvel and Chewy. So
Ooh.
they have experience not only playing with their partners, not only playing against their opponents, but playing against their opponents with the same partners. So it'll be interesting to see how it plays out.
Yeah, everyone make sure you tune in to Twitch TV/Chuck Moulton for the grand finals of the Bughouse World Championship.
Yeah, it turns
When
out
is that,
GMs
by
are
the
good
way?
at chess and chess-related variants. Shocker. You know, what happened to the Katas team is in the group phase, they had some forfeit losses for failure to schedule matches. Just they had conflicts with chess tournaments and so forth, and did not make as much of an effort to schedule the matches. And when we run out of time, and we gave them 6 weeks to schedule a bunch of matches, when we run out of time, we award the victories not to the team that's the better Bughouse players, or that we think would win the match, but based on who makes more of an effort to schedule. I don't think they were scared of the field. But yeah, it wasn't just that they didn't schedule matches. Like, there were 2 different times when they scheduled a match and then later unscheduled it and then said like, oh, my bad, I have a conflict. So once for Titled Tuesday and another time for Puzzle World Championship. But anyway, that's no knock on Jeffrey Zhang and A Wonder Liang, who's Katas. They're phenomenal players. It just didn't work out with scheduling. All right. So we're gonna look for someone to raid. Unless Scary Snakes has found his mouse.
Oh, he hasn't, but more importantly, he hasn't found his will to make moves.
Okay. Fair enough. Let's look for someone to raid. If you guys have any suggestions, feel free to let me know.
Yeah, thanks for having me on as always, and thanks for covering this fantastic tournament.
Yeah, I mean, the Scary Snakes really got the ball running a few years ago, and he stepped back this year. But luckily, some other people have picked up the reins, like Midnight Fox has done a lot of organizing. Oh, thanks for the follow from Slow Sack Sitter. Yeah, Bremer, we should partner soon for sure. Not right now, because I'm super hungry, but another time. All right. I am looking for someone to raid. I don't see many people I recognize. I guess I'll go with Chestnut Live. He's a Canadian. Who is fairly good at chess. I haven't really seen him play many variants though. So, tomorrow let me see if this has been added to the calendar yet. Probably not. Okay, but tomorrow we do have a match in the challenger section, which I should be streaming. This is still the round. I think it's the round 2 match. I forget it's the round 2. No, actually, I think it's the round 1 match of the challenger section in the single elimination. So stay tuned Sunday for that match. Challengers still have a lot of matches to go, and I will try to stream them if they make the calendar. Tuesday and Wednesday, I'll have my regular nightly streams. Next weekend, I'm going to be covering the 4-player Speed Chess Championships, along with a bunch of co-commentators. So they're in the semifinals there, and there's 2 semifinal matches that I will try to cover. Should be able to cover them. For the finals and the consolation match of the open section here, I'll have to talk to the players. We'll try to coordinate times that work out, not just for them, but also for streaming. As previously, I've just covered them when I could, but we want to make sure that the finals is streamed for sure. So that may not be immediately, might not be in the next week. It might be 2-3 weeks, but we'll see how it works. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining me. Thanks especially Scary Snakes and Physician for co-commentating. Have a good day, everyone. Bye, guys.